Welcome back, Nomads. This week on A Fool and His Money Are Soon Parted, we're going to talk about income disclosures. Income disclosure statements from multi-level marketing companies. This is the fourth part in the series, and we're going to focus on a particular set of those multi-level marketing companies, that is, the biggest ones. But first, a preface that I shouldn't have to make, but I'm going to make it anyway. None of what is said in any of the MLM series is meant as a personal attack on any of the nomads in the network. This is designed to inform, to edify, and to hopefully dissuade any of you who are considering getting into an MLM. Previous in this series, in episode 1, we talked about the elements of an MLM, the endless chain model, the fact that you need to pay to play, the fact that you need to recruit and recruit heavily in order to earn, and the quality of extreme money transfer. In part 2, we dealt with typical objections that are raised and the way that they are dealt with typically by proponents of MLM. So I recommend that you go to the playlist and you go back and watch those episodes. They're not very long. And in this episode, we're going to talk about income disclosures, but I'm going to talk only about American MLMs that are in the top 25 in terms of their annual revenue, and of course, only those that publish income disclosures. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to talk about them. Well, first, Ambit Energy. Yes, there is an energy company that is an MLM. What is it specifically? By their admission, they are an international multi-level that provides electricity and natural gas services in energy markets in the U.S. that have been deregulated. So how much money can you make selling Ambit Energy? So an IC is an independent consultant, and you have the titles along the left side, and you have the annual earnings in the middle. And to their credit, and I'm going to give credit wherever I can give it, the median income appears. And that's important because there is not a normal distribution, that is a bell curve distribution of incomes in any of the statuses. Rather, there is a rising curve, and the median, that is the halfway point in the range, is always going to be less than the average, as it is here. As you can see, at the bottom level, the marketing independent consultant, the median income was $0, and that represented 91.82% of all consultants. The next level, regional independent consultants, comprising 4.26%, made a median annual income of $75.20. Folks, it isn't until you get all the way up to the national independent consultant, which is less than 1%, where you actually get into that six-figure range. Interestingly, they tell you how many days it is to achieve the position. At 2,000 days to get up there, that's quite high. By the way, I'm doing these all in alphabetical order, not in order that they earn, because in my folder nicely lists entries in alphabetical order. So the next on our list is actually the granddaddy of them all. For many reasons that I may discuss in a historical episode, that is Amway. Of the $34 billion that is earned by multi-level marketing companies, Amway earns 9 of those billion. And here is what they state at their website. This is on the front page above the fold, empowering people to live their best. It's interesting, they don't exactly say what they mean by that, but they say below that, millions of Amway independent business owners and more than 19,000 employees worldwide contribute to our mission of helping people live better lives. Well, maybe through the products, but not necessarily through the program. And by the way, they're called IBOs, or independent business owners, in Amway, which, as you know, is an untruth. You do not own a business independently. You are a 1099 contractor who can be tossed off for any reason or no reason at all at any time. Let's just see how empowered those IBOs are. And this is becoming increasingly common for MLMs, there is a paragraph rather than a chart, which would probably not display these terms in a way that redounds to the benefit of the MLM. I want to focus your attention on the bottom half of the slide, where, to their credit, they give you a median. The top 50% of all of their IBOs earned a median of $472, which is to say that the bottom 50% earned less than $475 annually. The top 10% median was $4,402 annual. And only in the top 1% do we get to a median of $50,363. Again, 99% don't even get to five figures. Next, another biggie, another one that has dodged many bullets, Herbalife. They're the ones that encourage people to spend a whole lot of money and rent storefronts and start shops. Very, very expensive startup costs that Herbalife does not pay for, that basically serve health drinks and the like. Here's what they say on their opportunity page. Start your business. Again, it's not your business. You're an independent contractor with a 1099 who can be tossed off for any reason or no reason at all at any time. Build your own business with Herbalife Nutrition, one of the world's leading direct sales brands. Start today. Benefit from our proven success as industry leaders and decades of experience, and lay the foundation of your own business. Well, maybe they're talking about some other business. They can't be talking about Herbalife. Here's their one-page income disclosure. I'm going to, just to show to you, if you want to stop the video and expand, you can look for yourself. But on the next slide, I'm going to show you a blown-up version of the most important part, the money part. And the way that it's expressed here is very difficult to understand. And even painting their best face on it, it doesn't look so good. First-year distributors, 50% of them earned more than $201 a month, which is to say that 50% of them earned less. And the top 10%, or about 3,000 first-year distributors, earned more than $1,246, half earned less. And there actually was a top 1%, 300 people earned more than $5,913 in a month. That is some serious recruiting that these people did. All other distributors, you can see 50%, or about 30,000 people, earned less, I will say, than $264 a month. Of the top 10, 6,000 people, about 3,000 of them earned less than $3,305 a month. We're not sure what the average is, but kudos to Herbalife for giving us the median. And then the top 1%, half of the top 1% earned less than $16,213 a month. That's not bad. But they do say that the top 1% are typically president's team members. And the time it takes to reach the president's team is between 5 and 11 years. Requires skills, consistent work, and dedication, and a really, really large network. You need to know a lot of people, or you need to be invited in at the behest of the Herbalife upper tiers, and that can neither be proven nor can it be negated. Okay, let's talk about Jeunesse. These are skin care products. They happen to be huge in Brazil, but they made the top 25 list in the United States. So how do they present themselves? The way that they present themselves is, this is one of their congresses. It's obviously in Asia, a global movement with distributors in over 140 countries. For some reason, they show this picture, which I guess is meant to show that this is a kind of, it's kind of a lifestyle claim without making a lifestyle claim. But here's the reality, folks. Here's the income disclosure for this one is for 2014. How have they described this here? So it turns out that 72.25% of their so-called distributors, they actually earn the name distributor, have no downline. Okay? And 25% do have a downline. And this is, as I understand it, what they've got here. And I'm not sure if the breakdown that's beneath it is of that 25%, or if is it of the 100% of everybody who is called a single level distributor. However, all that you need to know is that to get to anything like an average commission that is even 5 figures, you got to be in the top 1%. Now, these, unlike some other MLMs, these are only telling you gross earnings, not, and there is no note that I could find about the fact that this does not include expenses. Kudos to the MLMs that do. Jeunesse is not one of them. Okay, a very famous one that many of you know, Mary Kay. There is no American Mary Kay income disclosure for any year. However, there is for Canada. And here's what they say. Here's the promise. They talk about passion and purpose. You've got dreams. There it is, the dream. And the Mary Kay opportunity offers the flexibility and, of course, the fun that you've been looking for. As an independent beauty consultant, you can help women look and feel more beautiful. You'll also become a part of a worldwide community that supports and encourages one another. We know it takes time and energy to start your Mary Kay journey. That's why we want to help you help set you up for success with a great Start Mary Kay starter kit that comes with everything you need to get you going, including access to valuable resources like apps and other digital and selling resources, education, and more. And then they talk about the incentives. Well, let's just see how exciting this opportunity is. Well, 83.137% of all independent beauty consultants who were not eligible to earn commissions, of course, earned 0. But 15% of that total were eligible, and they earned an average annual commission, not including expenses, of $206. And then when you get to the 1.6%, then you get, $20,000. Annual commissions, not including expenses. And then finally, there's a top level there, which is the 0.05%, which makes 6 figures. Okay, Nu Skin. They make skin products. Now, they are, like many of the top tier companies, they're careful to be guarded about their income claims. However, one of the videos that they show on the page advertising the so-called business opportunity, they claim that what this opportunity does is, or what it is for people who are seeking fulfillment for themselves and their family, without being specific about what that means. But they do refer to themselves as the leading opportunity platform. We're going to see just how far ahead they lead in a couple slides. But then they ask this question, what if you could start your own business right now? It's not your business. You're an independent 1099 contractor who can be tossed off for no reason or any reason at any time. Begin your own business with our Easy to Start affiliate program. Interesting that they call it that. It's not an affiliate program. It is a recruiting deal. Share exclusive products you use and love yourself. Build lifelong communities. Who says? And connections with people just like you, and enrich your life through meaningful and rewarding experiences. Well, let's just see how rewarding it is. Okay. Nu Skin cannot even bring themselves to tell you what the bottom 85% of the company is doing, because at least they have the cojones to admit that you're not going to make very much money before expenses. And so they're actually telling you what your compensation is before expenses. Please ignore the third column. That is a feeble attempt on their part to make the percentages look better than they are. We can assume that the 85% that is not shown here makes somewhat less than $32 per month. 11% make $32, 2.2%, I'm looking in the middle column now, make $103 per month before expenses. And then finally, when we get in the sub 1% lane range, then we're getting up to, say, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 per month. Very small percentages of the total. 99% essentially are not making a living. Okay, Primerica. Primerica is an MLM that sells insurance. And on their so-called opportunity page, they make reference to freedom for families. Freedom for families. Freedom. They don't say freedom exactly for what, is at the heart of everything Primerica does. Since the beginning, Our mission to help middle-income families get on track to achieve financial freedom has changed the future for millions of people. Again, they're presumably talking about the opportunity here, not about the insurance itself, although they could plausibly deny that, even though this is the business opportunity page. And this is all they say on their income statement. They talk about a representative and state that that person has achieved an extraordinary level of success that is not typical. Most representatives will not achieve such cash flow levels or earnings. From January 1 through December 30, 2020, Primerica paid cash flow to its North American sales force at an average of $7,198, which includes commissions paid on all lines of business to licensed representatives. Figures include U.S. and Canadian dollars remaining in the local currency earned by the representative, not adjusted for exchange rates, and not including expenses. You all know it. You love it. It's Tupperware. Yes, they are an MLM, and they are in the top 25 American MLMs in terms of annual revenue. Here's what they say on their opportunity page. I built this whole business around my son's napping schedule. Mom, it's not your business. You're a 1099 contractor who can be tossed off at any time for no reason at all. Here's what else they say about the so-called opportunity. Be part of something bigger. Sure. Those who are making more money than you, who happen to be in corporate, represent a brand that stands for quality, innovation, and a commitment to empowering people. We're going to see just how committed they are on the next slide. Work-life balance, yes. With Tupperware, you control your time, priorities, and earnings so you can build a business that fits your life. We support you and not the other way around. Forgive me, if your kids are watching, close their ears right now. That's bullshit. It is the distributors who are the consumers, and they are supporting Tupperware. From products for demos to digital and social tools for marketing, Tupperware provides the support and training you will need to build customer connections, drive sales, and create the work-life balance you want. Oh yeah? Let's see. Here's the income disclosure summary. Most recent one. This is for, unfortunately, 2017, but you get the idea. 94% of all commission earning consultants made an average before expensive, this is the average, not the median, $653. We can assume that the median is below. Another 3.4% made an average yearly earnings of $3,822. The next, now we're already below 1% here. The star manager, 0.91%, made $5,000, basically $6,000 annually. We don't get to five figures until we're already at about 0.5%. And of course, it's not until you get all the way up to the directors where you get those nice six figures that they like to brag about. Okay, Usana, which sells products. Here's what they say on their opportunity page, the Share Usana page. Be more with Usana. More what? Well, here's what a couple independent distributors said. First, their preface with Usana. You set your own goals. You decide how much time and energy you invest to reach them. The best part is you're not alone. You have access to a supportive network that provides tools, training, and expertise every step of the way. Quote, owning your own business means you get to be the ultimate creative thinker. Usana gives us the foundation, almost like a blank roll of film, to execute which ideas we want to manifest into your lives. You're not a business owner, you are a 1099 contractor. Next, with our partnership with Usana, we have been able to afford the greatest gifts of all, health, purposeful work, and time spent together. For this we are forever grateful. Purposeful, but not remunerative. Here is the 2020 income disclosure. Like some of the other MLMs that we showed, they will not even show the bottom 70 or so percent. They do, however, have the bravery to state that the bottom 34% make less than zero. In fact, way more than that make less than zero. And it is not until you get all the way up to the under 1% where you get to 5 figures and not 6 figures until you get to the 0.1%. We're almost done, folks. World Ventures. What is World Ventures? Well, World Ventures, even though they're in the top 25, they were on the brink. They sell trips. They were in Chapter 11, and they found an angel. Verona International Holders now made a successful fire sale bid for World Ventures to reorganize them. And here's what they say on their opportunity page, because they are still alive. Becoming a World Ventures independent representative opens up a world of life-changing opportunities. Life-changing opportunities. You will pursue a way of life that creates joy through balance, personal growth, and service. Nothing about money there. Whether you're sharing our world-class Dream Trips memberships with a customer or helping your teammates reach their highest potential, i.e. recruiting, you will join us. Your journey with us will be transformative and deeply rewarding. Here you can experience an abundance of life. There it is, abundance of life. That it was meant to be lived with the support of a global community of visionaries, dreamers, and doers just like you. Here you can seek, create, and live your joy. What you can't do is make any money. So, focus on the middle column there, median 12-month earnings by tier. And we see that our median annual earnings are still below $10,000 all the way up to the 5th tier, which is 2.818%. And with that, finally, we get to $34,000 annual median when we get under 1%. And again, you don't get to the 6 figures until you're less than the 1%. Okay, Young Living, the essential oils people. This is what they say on their opportunity page. Join the community. There's never been a better time than now to take your future into your own hands. And here's the part that really offended me. No matter your goal, we want you to know that it is possible. Maybe, but not with Young Living, and here's why. So here we got to read from the top down. They do include a median. All the way over on the top upper left, 88.1% are at the associate level, and their median annual income is 0. The next 8.5%, we're already now in the low 90s of percents of all associates, made a median income of $157. Senior Star, 2.1% of all the distributors made a median annual income of $1,332. And it is not until you get all the way up to the diamond level, which is less than 1%, where you get into 6 figures. Okay? Here's the bottom line. First of all, I want to stress that these are the most successful MLMs in the U.S. in terms of their annual revenue. And 99% either make very little money or, in fact, lose money when you factor in expenses. And only a very few of the top 25 have the cojones to admit as much, that you need to subtract expenses when you figure out what your net income is going to be. Now, I would just ask the question, do you think that the next 25 on the list pay any better? I can assure you that they do not. Folks, your time, and your money are way too valuable to be in an MLM. Thank you for sticking with me for 23 minutes and 49 seconds. I will see you in the next episode.